Hello everyone, and welcome to the first lesson in Geometry Support. In the regular geometry class, the first unit is about transformations, which deals with graphing. So for this class, I want to make sure you all know how to plot points. These notes will be over lesson 6.2, plotting ordered pairs. First, let's look at the definition of an ordered pair. An ordered pair is a set of two numbers written in a certain order. The way this will look is parentheses x comma y close parentheses, and this represents a point on a graph. When we talk about plotting points, there are several directions we can move. For x, we can move left and right, and for y, we can move up or down. These directions are classified as positive or negative movements. For x, if you want to move in a negative direction, you will move left. And if you want to move in a positive direction, you will move right. For y, if you want to move in a negative direction, you will move down. And if you want to move in a positive direction, you will move up. If you have not already done so, please take a minute to pause this video and copy down these notes before continuing on. Let's go ahead and look at the notes and the examples for lesson 6.2. On our lesson 6.2 sheet, we are given a graph that has points A and B already plotted on the graph. Here is going to be the x-axis, remember it is the one that moves left and right, and here is the y-axis, which is the one that moves up or down. So the paragraph says point A on the grid at the right is named by the ordered pair 3, 2. It is located at 3 on the horizontal axis, x, and 2 on the vertical axis, y. When plotting points, we are always going to start at the point called the origin. The origin is located at the point 0, 0. So let's start at the origin and count to point A. We're going to move right 1, 2, 3, and then we will move up 1, 2. Our resulting point will be 3, 2. It will be a positive 3 and a positive 2 due to the fact that moving to the right is a positive direction and moving up is a positive direction. The same concept can be followed to get to point B. You can count to the right 7 and up 3, giving us the point 7, 3. Please make sure you pause the video and copy these notes down if you haven't already. So now is a chance for you to do some practice and see how comfortable you feel with this. So I'm going to go through some of the questions with you just to make sure you know exactly what is expected of you. So let's go ahead and look at the first section. So the directions for section 1 says use grid 1 to name the point or the ordered pair. You're kind of asked to do two different things. You're asked to either name the point or name the ordered pair. So on question 1, we are given the point 7, 2. So for this one, we will name the point and we will name it with a letter that is from the grid at the right. As always, you will start at the origin, which is at 0, 0. Locate the origin, and then you will begin counting to the right 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is to the right 7 because it is a positive 7 in your point. You will now count up 2. 1, 2. We count up because it is a positive 2 in the point. This brings us to the location of point H. So the answer for the point 7, 2 is H. Now I would like you to repeat this process for the points 3, 4, 3, 6, and then 9, 6, and we will pick back up with number 3. Number 3 just tells us L. So what we are asked to do here is we are asked to give the ordered pair that matches up with the location of point L on our grid. I'm marking the location of point L on the grid at the right. We are going to start at the origin and we are going to move to the right until we are directly under point L. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now we are directly under point L. Let's count up to get to point L. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are now at point L. We move to the right 9 and up 5, so our point will be a positive 9, positive 5. I would now like you to take a minute to do points C, J, I, F, and K. Then we will come back together and look at the next section. The directions for the next section say to plot the 4 points on grid 2 and label each point. So we're going to do the first point together, 1, 5. As always, make sure you start at the origin. Since the point is positive 1, positive 5, we will be moving to the right 1 and up 5. So let's count. 1. We have moved to the right 1. We will now move up 5. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is the location of our point. We are not told a letter, so I'm going to pick a random letter, which I'm going to pick as Q, and we will label that on the blank beside the point 1, 5 to indicate that the point Q is located at 1, 5. Now I would like you to do the same thing with points 5, 3, 7, 4, and 2, 2, and then we will all come back together and look at the second page. So on the second page, the main difference is that we are now dealing with all of the quadrants. On the previous page, we were just dealing with quadrant 1. So let's talk about the location of the quadrants and what they mean. Quadrant 1 is going to be the quadrant in the top right, and any point in this quadrant will have a positive x and a positive y. Quadrant 2 is located in the top left, and any point in this quadrant will have a negative x and a positive y. Quadrant 3 is located in the bottom left, and any point in this quadrant will have a negative x and a negative y. And finally, quadrant 4 is located in the bottom right, and any point in this quadrant will have a positive x and a negative y. Remember that the x-axis moves left to right, and the y-axis moves up and down. Also remember that the origin is located at 0, 0. Let's go ahead and look at the first set of examples on this page. The directions say plot each ordered pair on grid 1. The first example is point A, which is 4, 5. Both x and y are positive, which we've already looked at, so I'm going to let you do that one on your own, and I'm going to do point B with you. To get us started, remember that the first number will be the x, and the second number will be the y. Since our x is a negative 4, this means we will move left 4, and since our y is a negative 3, we will move down 3. Remember that we start at the origin. So once we locate the origin, we will move to the left 4. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we will move down 3. 1, 2, 3. Which brings us to the location of the point negative 4, negative 3. This is the point B, so we will need to label it as B. Now I would like you to go back and do point A and then points C through J, and then we will come back together and do the final section. Let's go on to the final section. The directions for this section say to write where each lettered point is located on grid 2. Point A is the first one it asks about, but notice point A is in quadrant 1. In quadrant 1, x and y are both positive. We have looked at several examples in quadrant 1, so I'm going to go ahead and let you do that one, and we're going to do B together. Here is the location of point B marked in blue. Point B, notice, is in quadrant 2, and any point in quadrant 2 has a negative x and a positive y. As always, to get to a point, we will start at the origin. To get to point B, we need to move to the left, and then we need to move up. So let's count to see how many units we need to move to the left, and then how many units we need to move up. 1, 2. We need to move 2 units to the left. Now let's count up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we move to the left 2, so the x value of your point will be a negative 2. And then we moved up 5, so the y value of your point will be a positive 5. So point B is located at negative 2, 5. You're now going to go back and do point A and then points C through J. Once you have done these examples, you are finished with this first lesson and the homework. Thank you for watching this video and completing your assignment. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask. I will be more than happy to help or re-explain anything that you may be confused on.